GPO is so back, and so am I. I have finally made my 10-month-long return. Don't worry, all 290 of you, my subscribers. You can basically call me Corey Extension. Except, I've actually come back, so I'm better. GPO is so back, and let me explain why. First off, my first reason is, Okay. So, I actually don't have any reasons why GPO's back. I lied. Look, okay, GPO is still a mess. Okay, so, what's the plan of the video? Let's get this started. First, I'm gonna talk about the changes that were made in the game since my last video. They had 10 months to fix everything, right? So they should have got everything, right? Then after that, talk about the current problems that are still there, or new ones that have just come into focus. Then lastly, my ideas on how to fix them. So this is kind of like my last video, but without the introduction to the game. Before I begin, I have to state legally that these are all basically my opinions. However, as everyone knows, I'm the only person alive on Earth with good opinions, so you just have to listen to them. Okay, so, turns out things have changed. While I was making this video, GPO devs decided they can actually make an update within a month. So, changes are going to happen to this video. And, I'm going to get this out of the way first. Yes, I clickbaited in the title, I'm sorry. GPO is not back. It's the same, it's still bad. But the plan's gonna change, okay? The plan's gonna change. Okay, so, new plan. I'm gonna talk about the great things that GPO has changed / added that are pretty cool. Then I'm gonna get to the main point of the terrible stuff that are still in the game. And new stuff that is also terrible. I mean, it's kind of the same stuff, but whatever. And lastly, how to fix these terrible things, because for some reason some of them aren't fixed yet. I just realized this is basically just GPO as a mess too, but except for the game being explained. But it's still a good video, so just keep watching, okay? It's gonna be good, I swear. Keep watching. Okay, so what did GPO do right this time? So basically, last update was a quality of life update, which is awesome because they made many changes to the first sea that were very much needed. Just like the island behind me, for example. And not just this island, they changed 2 more islands as well. And this update added so many things that I'm not going to go into too much detail about every single one. So, I'm just gonna do a lightning round and say what they changed / added. Okay, everybody ready? Everyone strapped in? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. So we got
PvP toggle, bounty buff indicator, bounty boards that include players and bosses. Internal posts are much easier to understand. Quests will now tell you the rewards. Quest tracker for players, mobile support, console support, instant heal when you level up. Some quests give SP resets. The drop rate for Poku is now 0.5, which I really complained about last video.
And they managed to create an official wiki, even though it's insanely out of date. And the idea of a wiki is dumb to me, but it's official. They have a wiki. I really love that they just added that quest tracker finally, because Roblox games are finally understanding that people shouldn't have to use a third-party website to figure out what they're supposed to do. And the one main thing that I left out is my #1 issue about GPO, or was, because they finally made it so that bosses are soloable. Oh my god. Oh my god. Actually, scratch that. My personal favorite thing they added that update was they made it so the shop looks even better, so you can be enticed to buy even more stuff. Yeah. Also, don't forget about the UGC shop. Of course, they gotta make as much Robux as they can. And that's basically all the good stuff GPO added. Now, of course, simply, I cannot be glazing this game. This game is terrible. I can't be glazing this. So let's move on to the terrible stuff. Even though I always love GPO so much. Now, before I even talk about the PvP, because there's issues with the PvP, I'm just going to start with the PvE. Even though GPO added that compass, thank you, by the way, I still hate the fact that the islands are so damn far apart. Like, I swear to God, it takes 5 minutes to travel anywhere. Please just move them closer together. It's one tool on Studio, man. It's one tool. Also, grinding is still terrible. Like, they may have made it, thank God, easier to fight bosses. I don't think they buffed the XP, I'd have to check. But it's still a pain to grind. It's still a bandit beater. Like, they buffed the amount of time it takes a fruit to spawn from 1 to 4 hours to 1 hour per fruit. And I think that's great that they're making fruits easier to get. But I still can't think of anything that makes grinding enjoyable. Like, the environments, the islands are beautiful. I think they're great to look at. However, once you're there for 2 hours, it doesn't really seem that great, does it? Now on to Kraken stacking. So, GPO decided to remove Kraken stacking, and I don't think anyone can figure out why. Because fruit values are already pretty bad because of legendary chests. Like, they're always decreasing. And plus, like, 90% of the people who have legendary chests, if they can't store the fruit, end up dropping it on the floor of Trade Hub anyways. So, fruit value is already pretty bad, so there was no reason to remove Kraken stacking. In fact, it actually harms the game more than it does good, because grinding in 2nd Sea is the worst part of the game, because your choices of leveling up moved from going from island to island to you go to an island and fight crabs forever, and then you move to an island and you fight dogs forever. I mean, I guess you could fight bosses, that's an option. I mean, there's also the stupid quest where you can deliver crates to people, which is really dumb. I don't know why that was added. And done with the PvE. Moving on. So on to trading. Trading I still find incredibly stupid, because values are not held up by anything. They're held up by the people who value it themselves, which is stupid because some people believe that some items are worth 10 times more than they should be. And the dumbest thing about having this be the system of values is that I'm pretty sure, because I remember hearing about this, was some random YouTuber in a Discord server managed to manipulate the whole market and ruin values. How does that even happen? And I'm pretty sure GPO's own solution was to ban the people that were in that Discord and the YouTuber, and that was it. And I don't think they decided to change anything for, like, onward. Because they definitely know it's a problem, because I remember they put a post somewhere in, like, announcements or something, where it was, please trade items for what you think they're worth, not what everyone thinks it's worth. But whatever, trading's stupid. Moving on. So every item since the Christmas update, other than I think Bone Shiver, has no grip animation. I mean, they couldn't come up with one for whatever of Heaven. I don't know, I don't watch JJK, that show sucks. But like Iceborne Katana, Ice Blade, whatever that item's called. But yeah, they just stopped doing grip animations for some reason. And I don't know why. Like, they definitely have the resources to do that. So I'm like, I get this new weapon, and I'm like, yo, this is really cool. I wonder what the grip looks like, because the grip is usually the best, like, animated part of the weapon, in my opinion. Like, after you view the moves, because you're gonna see the moves, like, always. But when you see that grip, you're like, oh, that was cool. But no, they just stopped doing grips for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I'm pretty sure that people have even suggested fruit grips, and if they can't even do weapon grips, you're never getting fruit grips, guys. Sorry. Now, I actually have a surprise for you who are watching this video, because this is a secret, okay? I'm adding a new segment right now, and it's all about BR. Everyone's favorite thing about GPO, because that's the only reason it's alive. It's the only reason it's alive. Okay, you can't argue otherwise that it would have more than 500 players without PvP. And I know many of you who are thinking that when I mentioned Battle Royale and GPO, most of you are like, isn't Battle Royale like only good? I can't think of anything bad about it. Well, I have a couple reasons, okay? I have a couple written down here. Now, I'll save for the bad later. I'll only talk about the good real quick. Because, don't get me wrong, I love Battle Royale. I play Battle Royale with my friends all the time because GPO's combat is pretty fun. And playing with my friends is genuinely just fun. GPO's only saving grace back then, before Battle Royale came out, was Battle Royale. Because the PvP that was in GPO, it was pretty lackluster because there was no reward for fighting other players. I mean, you could bounty hunt, but how fun is bounty hunting when you'd basically, like, titles weren't even out back then, so you'd basically get nothing for having a higher bounty. I think other than being able to like ship farm, I think that was it. But like 1v1s or 2v2s didn't like give anything. So that finally, when they added BR, everyone that sort of loved this combat system gravitated towards it, and it kept everyone playing GPO, and it kept it alive. Like, if they didn't add that, they were definitely in a downward spiral back then, and they were definitely losing thousands and thousands of players every day. And onto this reward that GPO offered for BR, the awesome legendary chests. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the legendary chests. I thought it was a great system. But when they first like brought it in with having 50 max, I knew that was going to be the currency for basically anything people were trading for. I think, me personally, that the GPO market was ruined by legendary chests because it stopped being trading. It became purchasing, because one chest was a Pika, 12 was a Tori, 30 was a P-bag, I think. Like, it was the only thing I saw traded was legendary chests. I don't think people traded items for items anymore, because they just go, I'm trading this many chests for this, and then people would go, I need chests because I want to gamble for fruits. I mean, come on, who doesn't love gambling? But seriously, I think that legendary chests were stupid, and I'm kind of glad now that they're capped at 5, because then they're less of sort of a currency for everything. And the last thing about BR that I'm going to mention, it's kind of a good and bad thing. It's a double-edged sword here. But BR made people realize that GPO is so unbalanced. Like, it is so stupid of how broken some items are. I mean, you play against a Mara, you lose. You get a Mara, you instantly win. Like, you see people using new weapons or whatever. I mean, look at the 1000 Spear of Heaven or whatever it's called. That range on that grab is insane. And Goru is completely broken. Like, if you go into any fight with someone with M1s, it's over. You win. I mean, other than the fact that it doesn't have block breakers, it's still way better than anyone else using any other weapon. And I don't think I'd have a problem with this if, of course, the #1 complaint, if GPO actually updated. Because they do balance changes. And actually, one thing that's really funny is the most recent update that they added this stupid battle pass and this stupid map, is they didn't even do any balance changes. And on to that point where they don't do balance changes or updates, because that's a great transition. Honestly, I think that this update schedule, the most recent one between update 10 and 10.5, was pretty good. I mean, 36 days for an okay map for BR, one weapon, and a couple outfits that they definitely could just get a modeler for. I think that's 36 days is a good track record, but a terrible update compared to what we got. I mean, we basically got nothing in this update. Like, what, we got the medallions that are insanely broken. one weapon, couple outfits. It's not that great of an update because they didn't really add like anything. The only thing this update tried to do was keep GPO fresh, which I can agree with is great, but they could have spent their resources on something a little bit better. And you can shout, you can like yell at me or whatever, but they have 34 devs, and you're telling me all they could add was one map, some outfits, and a weapon? 34 devs. Have you seen the all-seeing eye prices? Have you seen that you can buy mythic chests for 5k Robux now? They are rolling in money. They could work a little bit harder. But, to be fair, this update is 10.5, so it's only a half update. So if we got double of what we got in 10.5, then it would be an actual proper half update. But it's progress, right, guys? So honestly, I think GPO could be so back. Okay, so now, finally on to the last topic. How can we fix these issues? So, the first issue I'm going to talk about is the PvE. And I have a couple ideas on how to sort of fix and improve the PvE. And even though I've mentioned this in my last video, and in this video, I'm going to say it again. To fix the island spacing issue, just move the islands closer. I don't understand why they don't do that. A 5-minute trip from 2 islands is so dumb to me, I swear to God. There is a tool in the Roblox studio. It's right there. Just move it. Just move them a little bit closer, please. I beg. Anyways. So, on to the rest of the PvE. So, GPO is a bandit beater, okay? And there's no denying that. It's a bandit beater, and everyone knows it. And even though that the suggestion of adding other quests could kind of work, they'd honestly just be repetitive. It'd be, you either grind this quest or grind this quest. I mean, like, the repetitive quests are, you can either kill these people, kill this boss, or find this one thing, which, funny enough, only appears on the first, like, 2 islands. I think that quest is there, and every other island is just bandit beating, and that is so stupid. Now, my solution to this problem, I think that one thing they could do is just, like, heavily increase the amount of XP you get from certain quests, or just any bandit beating quest, because, like, who wants to be fighting the same enemies and running back to the same NPC for about 2 hours just to do it all over again? If it was like, if I had to do that for maybe 15 minutes per island, I think that would be, I wouldn't call it like good, I'd call it better though. But a different solution I have, which is what a lot of people agree with and have definitely suggested, is to just add a story, because then the grinding can sort of be some type of enjoyment, because you'll be wondering what's going next in the story or whatnot. Like, it can be some stupid story too, and like, I don't even know what it would be about, but I don't know if a lot of people know this, but GPO actually has some manga that someone made. Do I know what the story is? No, but you could make the game follow it. However, I have no clue what this manga is about, and for those of you just saying, just read it, I am not reading this. As much as I love GPO, I am not reading this, bro. Next issue, okay. To fix my issue with Kraken stacking, just bring it back, dude. There was no reason to get rid of it. I think about 5 people can fight Krakens on the water, because it's so dependent on what fruit you have. Or make it so that your boats don't instantly get destroyed by Krakens, because they last about maybe 2 minutes fighting a Kraken. No, less, 30 seconds. Because, I mean, like, fighting Krakens on the water is the worst thing you could do, because it would take up about 30 minutes just to kill it, because you would basically be Gpoing the entire time, because your boat's going to sink. As much as you want to try and repair it, the Kraken's just going to do a spinny move, and make you fly into the air, or he's gonna pick you up and throw you. And I'm fine with the throwing move because it's kind of unique, but that spinning move is so dumb because you can't even repair your boat. So you're inevitably gonna lose your boat. And so basically, unless they make it so Kraken killing is actually possible on water without needing to spam Gpo, I think they should just bring back Kraken stacking, because Krakens are basically useless now. They're just useless. Now, my big issue with trading that I keep talking about is, well, fixing trading is hard. Because the value is set by what people sort of believe the item is worth. I mean, look at any item on release. They go, I'm paying All-Seeing Eye for this or whatnot because they believe it's so, like, high value. I mean, my friend got a PCC from trading an item that was high value straight off release. So, if that doesn't say that trading is stupid, I don't know. But, like, you can't really control what other people believe are values. So, my solution to this problem, without turning GPO trading back into purchasing items with chests, is, I don't know. I honestly don't know. You can suggest some stuff in the comments, but I have no clue how to fix trading because I think some values are really stupid. But I don't have any ideas because I can't do mind control. Now, last problem that I have a suggestion to fix. And of course, everyone's problem with GPO, the not updating. However, some games are worse than GPO, which is still not a good thing, but whatever. Okay, so I looked at GPO's group on Roblox, and I saw that they have 34 developers. And well, it says 31, but I'm assuming the people that are higher up are also developers. But 34 devs, and they take several months to update. And now, I feel like I can call them lazy. However, I don't know what it's like to be a developer. I don't know what it's like to animate. I don't know what it's like to script. I don't know anything. I have friends that know how to script and do that stuff. And I see that when they do it, sure, it takes a while. But definitely nothing is excusable for several months of waiting. Now, I know they could be working on multiple different games. So, look, I still think they're lazy. However, if they have an excuse, they have an excuse. Okay, I'm not gonna yell at someone where I don't know their current position. But with 10.5, update 10.5, sure, it was a really tiny update and it was a BR update, so it basically changed like nothing. But an update every 36 days, a half update every 36 days, I can be happy with that. That sounds like a good thing. However, if it is like 60 days for a full update, I don't know, maybe. But I am happy with 36 days for a half update. I am content with that. If you're not, go complain in the comments, and I'll probably agree with you. Okay, so I've come up with another idea to make this video even longer because I know you love listening to me talk and complain. So, this bonus round will include things that I think should be added to the game and just some suggestions I found on the GPO Discord. Because, you know, there's some good ones on there. You know, if GPO devs knew how to read. Alright, so, my first suggestion, I think that Pelly should have way more uses. Because Pelly is kind of useless. Like, all you can buy with Pelly is wood, Karoo food, and grip animations. And I mean, those, like, grip animations, there's, like, they haven't even added another one in, like, forever. Because they just won't do grips anymore, apparently. And anyways, my suggestion to change this and make Pelly more useful is to first remove the Pelly cap. I don't think there should be a Pelly cap because Pelly's useless, so there shouldn't be a reason to cap it. But I also think GPO should add an auctioning house where people can put their items up and fruits up for Pelly. Because then they sort of have a use in the trading scene. Even though it kind of sounds like buying fruits, it's different because it's more of a auction than just a purchase, like a shop. And I think it would just be cool to see what kind of items people would put up there and to see what people would bid for it. My second suggestion is to add more rare and common fruits, because GPO is only working on mythic and legendary fruits. Because we have more legendary fruits than all common and rare fruits combined. It is 13-9 in fruits. There's 4 more legendary fruits than rare and common fruits combined. Just like it can have like 2 moves on a common. Like it shouldn't be that hard to make common fruits. For my third suggestion, add the stupid building mechanic you guys decided to add in main game, or make some kind of mode that you can use it in. Maybe make it so you can use it in dungeons, so that the sort of waves have to go through your defenses to kill you. Because I mean, like, I think that'd just be cooler. Or make it so you have to defend something with that. Because adding that building mechanic to Battle Royale really just shows that GPO is trying to copy Fortnite so badly. Because they added the medallion and building in the same update. Sure, it's different building. However, they added traps, walls, buildings themselves, like towers, and you can just make those all in Fortnite basically. And medallions. Medallions is an obvious copy. I mean, come on. But I'm calling it. I think GPO is gonna add cars next, because for some reason GPO only updates Battle Royale now. My fourth suggestion is that GPO needs, and I can't stress this enough, needs to make an official balance team. And they need to balance this game weekly.
Please,
because everything's unbalanced constantly, and one update to release a balance drop is not enough. Because then we have to wait 30... No, we didn't even get one this update. So like 60 days, 90 days for something to be changed. And so I don't even... It's not even that much work for the devs to do this, because they don't even have to give their team access to the game. Just get people who actively play the PvP and want to change the game for the better, and just get them to write it down on a list and give it to FOU, give it to any dev with access to the game, and just change those little damage or stun sliders. Just like adjust them or whatnot. And I think that would make people love the PvP even more. Because I mean, when FOU makes balance changes, you can't even say they're smart balance changes. Do you guys remember when Firefly's stunned? Yeah, you get hit by one Firefly and then you get hit by all of them. So the Mara gets free 400 damage. So I think Mara is FOU's favorite fruit, because for some reason he doesn't want to make it balance. And don't even forget 2SS. 2SS has been so bad for so long. Please make 2SS good. Or we can forget about it if you add 3SS, because that'd be pretty cool. Now, my last suggestion. So, last suggestion is actually a bunch of suggestions, but they're pretty small things. So, I think we're going to do another lightning round. So, first, I'm not even going to argue ready. I'm just going to go. Okay. So, first, make it so 1v1s and 2v2s give Battle Pass XP. There's no reason to do them because they don't give anything. Please make Mythical Madness a different game mode, because I am so disappointed when I see Mythical Madness on VR. I see that and I go, I don't want to play. And so I go right back to Universe Hub. And I'm pretty sure other players feel the same. Make more interesting bosses. Because Arlong was a really interesting boss because he had several different moves that you couldn't even get in the regular game. And I'm pretty sure Arlong is the only boss to have that, because every other boss that seems cool, like Anel or Captain Jen, just use their fruit or their weapon. They just use their kit. But Arlong was the coolest boss that they added. I think there should be more bosses like that. Okay, So another sort of suggestion, it's more of sort of a complaint, is that I heard from someone that with the testers, I mean, to be fair, they don't really get to test, and that's the reason why maintenance is so long, is because they don't test the game before they update like other games. But on to the main point is testers apparently are chosen based on if they're a really long time player, if they're friends with an admin, or an admin just in general that paid to test. And also YouTubers. Any YouTubers can just decide to test if they want to, but they're not allowed to really test, more just showcase to their viewers to get more publicity out. But that's one thing I think should really change, is they should really hire testers based on a sort of resume based on other games they've tested on. Because I mean, it's kind of the reason why these balance changes are terrible, is because not a lot of people know the real problems or found actual like game breaking bugs. But yeah, I just think that whole system should sort of be changed to where they hire the best testers that sent in resumes to be accepted, because honestly, there's a lot of bugs people keep finding after. And I know obviously some are going to slip through, but maintenance is usually like multiple hours. So, you know, there shouldn't be too many bugs usually. But yeah, I think they should just change how they get testers. And my last suggestion, please add more boats. Because I think Thriller Ship was really cool, and I want to see more boats like that. Okay. So, that completes my list. That completes the entire plan. No tricks, no nothing. We're done. But let me say a couple things. Don't leave yet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for keeping you. But first off, just remember this. This is my opinion. Even though my opinion's really good, it's my opinion. Don't forget that. And also, I love GPO. I will never stop playing GPO. I love GPO. I love GPO. I can't stop playing GPO. And also, just one last thing for the people who have subscribed to me 10 months ago, but who subscribed to me. So, I'm going to talk about the elephant in the room, okay? Man, get the hell out of here! Okay, so, I know people who are subbed to me, they're wondering, where have I been? What have I been doing? Why has it been 10 months since the last upload? I don't know about people, but some guy asked for more videos, and I'm so sorry to that guy. But I've been gone for 10 months because I was pregnant. Yep. I was pregnant. Yeah, that's why I was so gone. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But seriously, I'm sorry. I know I really, trust me, I want to do YouTube, but I need to upload, and I'm sorry. But I'm going to try my best this year. And by this year, I mean like from now until 2025 today, I guess. I don't know. But I'm going to try and upload as much as I can. And I'm going to try and make this year the year of a slice of hair. Come on. What do you think? Wait. Don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. I'm sorry to do this again. But one last thing, again. What video would you guys like to see? Now, I have a couple things lined up. However, I don't know which one to sort of prioritize. And so, what would you guys want to see? So, I have a couple options here. So, I got maybe something that's not all Roblox, because I don't want to be stuck in Roblox forever. But maybe I can make a video like Risk of Rain 2, because I've been playing a lot of that recently. Maybe a Persona video, because I love Persona. I have several hours in all the games, except for the important ones that are old. But I'm curious, do you guys want a video that isn't Roblox? And you could recommend me games too. I'll listen. 50-50 my plan. But anyways, so would you also want to see a Deep Woken video? Because I have sort of a whole thing lined up for me and this Deep Woken guy I know. He's pretty good. Not good enough to defeat 2 corrupt Nautilodons. He'll get that reference. He'll get it. But he's good, and I think that that video would do really well, and I really want to work on it. But it's up to you guys. Remember, it's up to you guys. Or my last thing, which is a surprise, because it is about a game that I really enjoy, and it is a sequel. Or is it a threequel? I don't remember. But it's a game I love, and I would love to talk about it as well. So please choose in between one of the three, something that isn't on Roblox, deep woken video, or surprise. And don't forget, you can suggest stuff too. But if I don't like what people voted on or talked about, I will choose whatever I want, because I am awesome. I am super awesome. Just kidding. But don't forget to subscribe. Please comment what you want to see. Bye bye.